Northern grains industry is seeking a robust summer pulse that is easier to manage and more adaptable than current options, particularly for the drier and hotter regions of southwest Queensland and northwest New South Wales. Researchers have looked to India for inspiration, to pigeon pea in particular, commonly known as toor dal, which has been a staple part of their diet for thousands of years.
Pigeon pea is a tropical summer pulse crop. It likes heat, it grows well under warm, wet conditions, but we also know that it has good levels of drought tolerance. So in dry weather it will gradually slow down and stop development, and then when the rain comes eventually it will take off again, so it can tolerate periods of dry weather.
The Queensland DPI have been working closely with GRDC and the Woods family to fine-tune plant breeding with the idea to use pigeon pea as a summer pulse crop.
Mung beans probably don't work the majority of the time. Dryland cotton's not an option. So to be able to introduce another pulse that might have a bit more resilience in some of those trying conditions, I think it can add, here's another crop that farmers can grow and hopefully make some money out of. It also just adds another crop to the farming system to help balance that farming system out, another pulse to handle problem grasses like feather-top rhodes grass, barnyard millet. So I guess good from a rotation, but also some income point of view.
The Woods family have been involved with fine-tuning pigeon pea breeding since 2016 and have 5 main varieties they are working with.
We wanted something that was longer than mung beans, probably slightly quicker than sorghum or similar to sorghum, so that we could still have a crop that could make the most of rainfall opportunities as they came throughout those summer months, not be too harshly set back by difficult conditions in those summer months. The trials with GRDC over the last few years have been really good for us to try and nail down time of planting and build confidence around that planting window, row spacings, desired plant populations. So I feel like we now can confidently go and talk to growers and agronomists around some of those parameters.
So what we focused on is looking for these shorter plant type, usually around about 1 metre high, and that means it will be easier for our growers to harvest. We've also focused on a fairly quick maturity. So our varieties are flowering in about 50 days and are usually ready for harvest after about 100 to 110 days. So that's about 3.5 months. It means that farmers can grow that crop quickly and have it harvested, and then the ground is ready for other crops following that.
As a legume, pigeon pea has the benefit of fixing its own nitrogen in the soil and has minimal fertiliser requirements. The challenge is pest management.
Pigeon pea flowers are very attractive to Heliothis particularly, or what we now call Helicoverpa. They are very attracted just as the flowers emerge. The moths will fly in, lay eggs on the developing flowers. Then when those larvae hatch out, they will feed voraciously on the flowers and also on the pods at the early stage when they develop, and populations can build up quite quickly in that situation. So these newer varieties should be less susceptible, but we anticipate most growers will still need to spray once or twice using the common insecticides to keep those insects under control. We hope to build an industry here where we can grow good quality pigeon pea and export it into India, and also supply it into the toor dal market for Indian consumers.
In terms of India, they're predicted to need up to 50 million tonne of pulses in the 2030 to 2040 type period. 15% of that pulse consumption pigeon peas, so about 7.5 million tonne. They're currently producing around 4 million tonne and importing up to 1 million tonne out of Eastern Africa. So there's a 2.5 million tonne gap there now.